Greetings, I'm Sister Aisha Diana Conwood, currently the Assistant Commissioner of Agriculture for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Time for the lioness to roar. You know, this is the lion's voice. Lioness, let's roar, lion pour. Ah!
Yes, Jah people, this is Michael Shamaya representing. I will say, hear the lion voice, saying it is time for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
So me specifically, my focus, I don't want to say my expertise because I think everyone's an expert on their life, but my specialty, I would say, is addictions and mental health.
Okay.
And what I've done over the years is I've done one-on-one counseling. So that's individual counseling with people where they come and see me and we would talk about issues and concerns that they're faced with, and I would be that support and that guide to help them navigate the challenges that they're experiencing, providing them with resources and services that are available to them within their community. I've also facilitated group therapy sessions, what I would also refer to as psychoeducational sessions, where we're teaching. There's more of a teaching aspect, and I've done teaching as well. So I was an adjunct lecturer at U of T quite a while ago, and I supervised Masters of Social Work students. So there's so many different things that you can do, and those are just some of the bits of experience that I have. Mm-hmm. And I also have coordinated programs, helped develop Canada's first 21-day residential treatment program for people of African and Caribbean descent. That program is no longer, but that's one of the highlights of my career, where I was a part of a group to help people like us to get the support that they need.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabet is giving birth in a place called Erjersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Tafari's father, Rastafari, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Rastafari is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Rastafari knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting, and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwasi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
So that being said, I have a very special guest. I went into the network. I tell people that my superpower is the network, and I went deep. I know this sister for nearly 30 years, even though she looked like a young thing. And I don't want the people going our DM and rate it. No, don't bother with it. She's a from high school days, but she's doing great things now in terms of counseling. We're going to get into her professional qualifications, and I thought there was no better person to address this topic of mental health. And we know in Rastafari, we have it, the Pan-African community, we have it, the wider Black family, we have it, and that's what we're going to focus on for this episode. So help me to welcome Tanya Campbell. Welcome, my sister. So you see right away the Jamaica roots there. She puts her hand for herself.
Why did you have to tell people that we've known each other for 30 years? Jeez. Anyways, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yes. And just introduce yourself, your professional qualifications, what you do, and your relationship with the topic of mental health.
Sure. So I am Tanya Campbell, and I am a therapist. I should say I'm a social worker, and I provide one-on-one counseling. I also do consultations as well, or I have a consulting company aligned with TLC Wellness and Consultation Services, where, as I said, I do one-on-one counseling, and also I provide training, education, and workshops to organizations and corporations, mostly related to issues of mental health concerns, as well as addiction issues. I've been doing this work for, I would say, a little over 20 years. And, I think that it's so important for us to be having this conversation. And I'm really happy to see that over the years, we are really talking about it more. We still have a ways to go, but it's just great to know that we're talking about it. I think about 20 years ago when I was doing this work, this was not a topic that we had in our community. So to be able to see the change that's happening is, it's amazing. What else can I say about myself? I love working with our people, and we really do need the support. We have a lot of trauma in our community, and us having conversations like this and people coming to get support to see people like me is a step in the direction of healing ourselves.
So just where were you born? Let's get into just a profile. Where were you born? I didn't tell people you're a big basketball star in high school. We never got that song. I never want, but just give a little background of yourself.
Sure.
So they know the human being of Tanya Campbell.
So I was born in Toronto. I was born in Toronto, and pretty much grew up in East York. Then I moved to the West End. Then I moved to Scarborough, where I met you, and now I'm further east, on the east end of the city. And I went to university in Toronto. So I did my undergrad here and also did my master's as well. And I was very consistent. So my undergrad and my master's are both in social work. So you can see how much I love this work and how I really am committed to supporting our people and really having this conversation. So that's a little bit about me. Yes, I played basketball. I don't play basketball now, just focusing on maintaining the health as best as I can. And you know what? It's so important for me to maintain my health in terms of being physically active. I could be more physically active, but when I think about the health challenges that we experience as Black people because we're not as physical, and then you think about the mental health piece as well, it's really important for us to combine the two. I don't know if we'll necessarily get into that today, but once we focus on the physical and we heal or we maintain that, that also helps with the mental. It's a contributing factor to improve the mental as well.
And the item can't see it, but she's very slim into her time, so we give thanks that she's maintained her athleticism over the years. I want to ask a question. Do you remember the first time that we met?
I don't remember the first time we met, but I do remember that my earliest memory of you is, yes, when we were in high school. And you were the jokester, very, very, very much so. And I think that back then there was a long period where I didn't really take you serious because you were always just making jokes. And so now to see how I'm going to say you've grown and developed. And I think at this stage when we are, I'll say our friendship has, I'd say over the more recent years, I just see that you're very responsible, you're just focused, and there was a part of you that I didn't know, this part about you, and it was a pleasant surprise. So being able to connect again all these years later, even though we have been connected, I'd say at arm's length, I think that it's great that we are focusing on this work, and also we're able to have this conversation, and we're able to keep our friendship and have memories from back when we were in high school. So exactly. I love that.
Exactly. And I love the positive work that you're doing. Explain what a social worker does. We hear the term social worker, but what is a day in the life of a social worker? Just give us some context.
I will say that social work, you can branch into so many different areas, because we're looking at the social aspect, I would say, of society, people in society. So me specifically, my focus, I don't want to say my expertise, because I think everyone's an expert on their life, but my specialty, I would say, is addictions and mental health.
Okay.
And what I've done over the years is I've done one-on-one counseling. So that's individual counseling with people where they come and see me, and we would talk about issues and concerns that they're faced with, and I would be that support and that guide to help them navigate the challenges that they're experiencing, providing them with resources and services that are available to them within their community. I've also facilitated group therapy sessions, what I would also refer to as psychoeducational sessions, where we're teaching. There's more of a teaching aspect, and I've done teaching as well. So I was an adjunct lecturer at U of T quite a while ago, and I supervised Masters of Social Work students. So there's so many different things that you can do, and those are just some of the bits of experience that I have. And I also have coordinated programs, helped develop Canada's first 21-day residential treatment program for people of African and Caribbean descent. That program is no longer, but that's one of the highlights of my career, where I was a part of a group to help people like us to get the support that they need.
Emmanuel, those anointed by Samuel, we lions like Daniel, brothers like Ishmael and Israel, here to break the spell. Oh companions, I bid farewell, cause I see you joining up with the legions of hell. I spit flames, fire blaze, I cut a clear path through the wrath, protected by his rod and staff, while the wicked blow away like the shaft in the aftermath of their own craft, snared in their own trap, set like Hamlet. I never will forget my root, King David's offshoot. That's why I speak the truth at all costs. Don't wanna get tossed in the sinking mire, the forgetful fire, full of tormented souls who never achieve their goals. That's why I hold up the banner high. Rastafari abide with I. Let's ride for life. Tell the youths about the king in the heights, Mount Zion nice. Say you ain't got to die to see it. That's the lie, you see. That's why so many perish, never even try to see it. When you could buy a plane ticket, straight fly and see it. Come on. Say you should do good, be good, live good. Like you should do good, be good, live good. Hey yo, time to fly away. Yard up in the Mount Zion, Mount Zion of the day. In the mama Africa.
Africa, feel the sun rays. Hail Rastafari, give thanks and praise. Hey, yo, Rubber Babylon, them got you captivate. Cause all you talk about is just the money that you make. Well, money they make, got the slave master, face master, still control them. The devil still hold them. I focus my thoughts on the one who hold the golden scepter. Some call him elector God. I and I know there's no separation. Africa await, so we making preparations. Black liberation. Hey yo, we must rise. No time to fantasize. Babylon sex don't gotta stand the lies. Them slave ships so can be romanticized. The vandals come slave and vandalize. Even the black woman them come scandalize. Them try to fight. Race all trace of the 12 tribes. Can't put your trust in Pharisees and scribes. So highly Selassie, I never take no bribes. Got to do good, that's the way to survive. So you should do good.